There's one modification I'd like to do with the Plow is how much high it raises. It's kind of a high enough, but when you have some snow piles, then you have some problem going up the pile. So I'd like to have it to lift it a little bit, and I still have some room with the movement of the cylinder to get a more movement on this. So now it's limited by the axle there. And there's one bad part about this, having the Plow being against the axle, the front axle. So as you can see, there's a slight gap in between the axle and the Plow. So I discussed with Dave, Polar Express, and it made me think about this, something really serious about this. So the front axle is on pivot point, so it can move freely. Up to the point that I raise the Plow like this, where the axle is limited in movement. So what it does, but doesn't change. So it changed something very special, is that this is a frame. This is 3/16 of an inch thick C frame on each side, which is like an open profile frame. What does it change is that when I go on uneven terrain and having the axle blocked, then let's say this wheel step on a bump, then the other wheel goes free. So what? So you have the frame that tends to bend a little bit. How did I see that? I show you that. One thing I did notice is that the hood did move from side to side when I hit some bumps, which means the front of the tractor is slightly bending like this. It's no big deal for the frame itself, but you have to know that the engine is sitting on the bottom frame. It's bolted not on vibration pads or something like that. There's no mounting whatsoever. It's directly mounted onto the frame. So basically, each time the front end of that Bolens flex a little bit, then that might mean the base of the engine, the oil pan, is also flexing, which is bad. So from the time I knew that, and thank you Dave for that hint, I avoid to put the blade in the upper position so that the front axle is still free. So the slight modification I want to do is to have the Plow to raise a little bit higher without the frame, the subframe of the Plow to touch or even touching the front axle. So that's the goal. While I'm there, we still have some, it starts to have some wiggle. So basically the wiggle comes from two points. The pivot point of the blade, which is, I would feel is kind of bigger than it was supposed to be in the first time. And the other point is the end of the cylinder, which is, it was ¼ thick steel, but it did elongate a little bit. On this one, I might let it go like this, but the pivot point, I might do something. It does work, but I don't like that. So I'm going to remove the Plow, the subframe, so I can modify it. Part on the Bolens, so I get a slight loose there, not too bad. We have all that movement. So I'm going to open this hole, put that sleeve in, and this part will never wiggle again. The frame is touching here and here. I'd rather that it touches the very middle, so it doesn't restrict any movement of the axle. So I'm going to make a brace in between that will touch this in first. Okay, for the next part of the video, Dave joined me, so we'll enjoy a good afternoon here to make a small project. So it's again for the snowplow on the boulder. I've been using it for a while now, and having a little thickness of snow is really useful to have that and angle the blade. But when it comes to thicker snow, let's say 4, 5, 6 inches, then I don't want to just push on the side the snow. I just want to stack the snow on the plow and push it to the snow pile. So let's say I'd like to have like a snow pusher, and why not doing one? So we're going to make some wings to put on the snow plow. So we roughly cut all the parts. So there will be the sides, which is roughly like 22 inches or 24 inches by 12 inches. We have the frame onto which we will weld the thin metal on it. There will be some piece to reinforce that here, like so. And then to fix them on the side, we use that kind of material like this. So we will weld this like here, and we will have this tube that goes on the plow. This one will stay with the wing, so we will be able to slide in the wings. And because there will be a tremendous amount of force on it, so what we will do is to reinforce those small tubes with a small C, small reinforcement. So that should be pretty much it. And by the way, it will be this way with a small gusset there. Okay, for the next part, we're going to set this. We have the plow on the table being level, and we're going to take advantage of that surface to put those wings flat to the surface. So basically we'll have the cutting edge on the bottom of this set at the same depth, and we're going to weld this right there into position. So this is the end result. This is for the left. So there's a gusset for reinforcement. This one is to make sure that if we go in reverse, that doesn't catch anything. And this one is to make it symmetrical. No, I'm kidding. That's the kind of thing I was discussing with Dave. Hey, Dave.
Hello.
So we were left that maybe we didn't have to make one on this side, but let's say you have to stack them against a wall, something like that. It's always easier like this than having that part leaning on the side. So that's why we came up with those two. This is half pipes, by the way. So I'm going to put that in, the chain and the pin, and there's the hole there. So we also have to slide this in like this, and put the pin, and voila. Make the other. Quite strong. What do you think? Hey Dave,
That's
what do you
good.
think of that?
That is very good.
For the views. Seems good?
Yes.
I'm about to break my boots. call that?
Det tar vi.
Okay, let's try to remove that. See. Not too bad. Not too bad, eh?
Great.
Hey, good. What do you think, Dave, of that?
It's a great idea. Yes.
Yeah,
Worked very well.
Seems to work great, eh?
Yes, yes. I concur.
It took like 10 minutes to clear the driveway. Let's say it was only a small dusting, but
Yeah. Well, you have a good 2 inch, so.
yeah, 2 inches maybe.
Yeah.
It was quick.
Yes.
So now the snow has stuck a little bit on the plow because it was warm. Usually what I do is I pull the tractor out, let it cool down so that the snow doesn't stick on it. So that's the trick, obviously. I think I might be able to paint it and use it permanently.
Yes.
I'm thinking I might just use that instead of the angle plow. But anyways, I have the two options. As you can see, it's really quick to install and remove them. Really, and then I did give it a little bit of abuse in the snow pile just to confirm that it's fun. No, honestly, the idea is that if it is to break, I want to see it now.
Yes.
Well, while I'm already working on it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to break on a Sunday evening or something.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Sunday evening?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
No, you know what I mean. You
Yes.
know what I mean. So you don't want it to break when it's the worst case scenario where you have a lot of snow to clear. So seems good.
Oh yeah.
So converting a regular snow plow to a snow pusher.
Yes.
Thank you, Dan.
Welcome, you're welcome. Oh yeah.
I hope you enjoyed that video.
Yes.
But at least I enjoyed. I think that you enjoyed making
Oh
it.
yes, it's always.
It was not too long. We
No.
took like the afternoon doing that.
Not even. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that was good.
See you for the next one.
Cheers.
Again, Dave joined us.
Join me.
Yes. For the next part of the video.
Tell me good bloopers. Yes, sir.
For the next part of the video, I've joined.
Give him a beer. Give me something to drink.
Oh, not that. No.
Beer. Good stuff.
Could be coffee too.
Yes.